Hello, fam. Welcome back to Jube Vision. Thank you for watching. We've done a recap of episode 3 from season 2 of Raising Kanan already, so here I'm going to give my commentary on this episode. It was definitely a great show. Let's get into it. I really was already thinking Unique was the one that hit the fam stash. I said it in the episode 3 preview commentary, but the description of the episode made it sound like the hit was tied to the fam moving into new territory. Plus, the preview had the clip of someone saying, "Y'all ready to talk?" And I knew that wasn't Unique's voice. I did not realize it was Warrell's voice, though. So those things had me doubting my prediction a little and thinking there was more to it. Speaking of Warrell, though, Warrell really just seems like the fam's little pet, and I really don't see how he's going to work his way out of being in that position. I don't see how he would end up being like a boss in their organization. I just feel like he's going to be taken out sooner or later. To be honest, though, I thought Unique was going to jack the fam on some payback or just to get himself right. I never thought it would be just to let Rock know he can touch her and to make sure she didn't come after him or his family. I guess he was concerned because Pernessa said she was scared in the last episode, but it makes him seem kind of scary too, and I didn't see Neek as being that type. And I still think he has something going on, or how else is he going to be involved in the show? He said he's done slanging. I mean, Rock really did kill him on that front anyway. But it's going to be interesting to see what's next, if anything, for Joey Badass. Juke knows she can sing. I honestly feel what Crown and Juke are saying to her about her look, especially in the 90s. I'm really a little surprised that Juke isn't open to some tweaks in her look so she can pursue her dream. I mean, how bad does she want it? She know how these 90s R&B singers look, Paula Abdul and Janet Jackson and all. I really wonder what's going to come of this, but I think she might listen to them. It'll be crazy to see how that looks. Juke's father, Marvin, played by Malcolm Mays, is hilarious. I feel like Famous was like the comic relief in season 1, but this season it's Marvin. And Marvin really wasn't that funny in season 1, he just seemed like he was always messing up. Cool how characters get seen in a different light from season to season. I already was thinking Marvin was going to end up getting with Renee, but their interaction in this episode just confirmed it. He's flirting with her and she's smiling and messing with her hair. It's about to go down. It's too funny how Renee actually teaches Marvin a breathing exercise, and then Marvin actually uses it, and it works. Like, whoa, therapy in the drug game. This guy in a wheelchair, Demo, is wild too. Little does he know, Renee saved his life putting Marvin on those breathing exercises. I love this scene with Marvin and Demo at Baisley Projects too. Had me laughing. I like this scene with Marvin asking Lou about Juke too. I hope Marvin and Juke will be able to get to a better place in their relationship. It may be hard, but he's just going to have to accept that she's gay in order for that to happen. I think he'd rather do that than not have a relationship with her at all, though. I'm looking forward to see how this situation turns out with Juke and her mom, too. I see Marvin seeing Kenya again at some point along the way. That meeting will be all kinds of drama. I'm really wondering what's going to go on with Famous. Like I said, he's not the comic relief anymore. He's not that happy guy in this season. It's like he lost his dream, which is kind of crazy. Like he swung one time and missed, and dude doesn't write no more or anything. As much as he loved writing, he'd be freestyling all day. I wonder if he's going to end up going all the way to the dark side. Hope he don't start smoking crack or something. I could definitely see that happening, though. Sounds like he's going through it for real, not having a place to stay or having any family to help him. Kanan is too slick, too. I wonder what one of the guys in the trap would have done if they saw him swipe those vials. I wonder what Rock would do if she knew. Probably wouldn't let him in there anymore. For real though, if Famous wanted to work to get money up for his place, and even if Kanan wanted to help him, I'm thinking Rock might let them. She already taught Kanan how to cook crack and introduced him to the game. I mean, damn, she had him shoot Detective Howard. She was already talking about putting him on last season. Not sure why one of them doesn't just ask her to put them in so they can get some money. And Kanan be coming up with some cold ideas too. He already had the gas station off Van Wyck bumping last season. Wonder why he doesn't revisit that again. And then there's this mixtape idea. It's too wild that they're just chilling right in front of the cops and just betting that the cops won't suspect them because the cops have already seen them selling the mixtapes. Still, I wonder what they would have done if the cops had got out the car. Probably would have took off then. If the cops go down that alley, though, there's going to be trouble seeing all those empty mixtape covers next to the crack vials. They still might not figure it out, though. I gotta say this one time, because I haven't before, but Patina Miller is so cold in this role. And she be in some boss lady fits, too. Was all their money really in this bodega, though? They didn't have any diversification at all? Bet they will now. Rock be showing why she's the boss too. Her mind is different. The way she figures things out, the way she plans things out, her mind works like a boss. But I think she better watch out doing all that lying to Kanan. He's going to catch her in one or more, and their relationship is going to be different. She lies to him so hard, too. She be 10 toes down on those lies. I'm thinking she could have just told Kanan what happened with Scrap, though. I mean, he understood why D-Wiz got killed, and that was one of Kanan's best friends. This guy Duns is coming at Rock hard when Rock comes in the studio to talk to Lou. Is Duns going to be her new symphony? I'm wondering when we're going to see more of who this guy is. He's been introduced as a big player in the New York dope game, so I'm expecting more than just seeing him at a studio with Zisa. I guess we'll see. I'm also really surprised at the way Lou deals with Crown. Seems like he softened up on him from how he started with him in season 1. I mean, I get that they're partners, but Lou took 50% of the label. It ain't like they agreed on it. I was expecting Lou to be sugaring this guy. He doesn't really, though. I mean, he says a lot of slick talk, but Crown doesn't even back down for him, really. Then Crown was just sleeping with his girl. Crown acts like he doesn't fear Lou at all, and I don't understand why Lulu's okay with that. Other than, on the real, Lulu really just seems to be a nice guy. Still, I don't think it's going to end well for Crown. And is Crown really talking about Rock taking Lulu's share of the record label? Because Lulu may be a nice guy, but he's not just going to lay down and let that happen. I don't know what Crown is thinking. I mean, yeah, Crown and Rock have a mutual interest in Lou not being a part of the record label, but the only way Rock is going to let him put it down is if she makes him. Is that what Crown is asking her to do? Because that's not going to go well. Then if Lou finds out Rock took his place as a partner in the record label, no sir. She's boss, but I don't think she could do him like that. It would mess up their relationship too much. Lou was getting into this music for real. He already knew his way around the studio a little, but he's over here making beats now and all. He already said that he produced the music for Juke's song. If he blew up in the music, I believe he'd leave the dope game alone if Rock lit him. So we'll see how all this turns out. I really don't get what the purpose is of seeing this pro with Detective Howard. I'm wondering if we're going to see more of this woman and how she's going to play into things. Then we have Detective Burke tailing Howard too. Howard better watch his back. Burke's going to see him meeting with Rock or Kanan before long. And Detective Howard gets right to it with Kanan. You know Kanan is so nervous every time Howard shows up knowing he could go to prison for the rest of his life. That's got to be scary. When Howard tells him that he's his father, though, he must be so confused. I get that Howard wants Kanan to know, but I'm wondering what he really wants or expects out of this relationship anyway. I will say, Howard knows Rock too well. At the end, he calls out exactly what she's saying about him being crazy and all. And this was a hell of a way to end the episode, too. If Kanan was confused before, he's going to be super confused now. And what is Rock going to say when Kanan tells her this latest bit that Howard says to him? She had to expect for Howard to tell Kanan that he knew it was Kanan who shot him. That's like Kanan's worst fears. Then on top of all that, he's saying the only reason he's not turning him in is because Kanan is his son. That's a strong argument. Kanan might be thinking there's possibly some truth to his claim now. I can't wait to see how that next conversation with Rock goes. Gotta say 50's voiceover in the beginning and end of each episode is hard too. And those are my thoughts and commentary on episode 3 of the second season of Raising Kanan. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Did you agree with anything I said? Disagree? What are your theories? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, and look out next for my comments and thoughts on the preview for the next episode and what I think we should expect. Jube Vision, we out.